All right, welcome back. You're listening to Midlife Crisis, the podcast with
Just the right amount of overthinking.
that feels like your group chat finally hit record. We are two lifelong friends navigating work, life, sports, and whatever else is trending with a mix of hot takes, bad jokes, and occasional wisdom. If you're a millennial guy or girl trying to figure it all out, welcome. I'm Adrian,
My name is Jeffrey.
and let's get into it.
All right.
Episode 25.
25. Cinco?
Yeah,
25.
there you go. Twenty-five. I think it's only right to open it up with a quick touch on what happened this past week with Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
And this is by no means to get political at all. But yeah, I just felt like appropriate to just touch on it because it's a pretty big event.
It was the news of the week, right?
It was the news of the week. Yeah, I mean, my only comment on it is just what a crazy moment to go from going about your routine on a day-to-day basis, and then something like this, happens, and there's clearly a lot of emotion, all different groups of people. So,
one of those moments, I think, for you and me both, where we'll remember kind of where we were when we found out, and kind of the rest of the day, and probably the rest of the week, to be honest. For me, I was at school, and I got a text from my dad saying, "Hey, have you seen this video? Is it AI?" And even I think that's also scary in its own right, right? He didn't know if it was real or not. And I said no, and then he described it, and I said I don't think I want to see it. So
Yeah,
I still haven't seen the video itself, and I will not if I can help it.
That's good. I wish that I hadn't seen it. I forget where I was, but unfortunately, we've just gotten so used to like terrible things happening, and every now and then we'll get some news of something tragic happening. And then I know you don't use Twitter or X, but if you are an X or Twitter user, if you go on there, there is no censorship for, you'll see some really horrible things. And this is one of those where I'm just like, damn, I wish I could take this back because pretty gruesome and horrible. I don't think it's good for your mental to see things like this.
Yeah.
Not discrediting that, these things do happen in the world, especially in places that are not the US. But I just personally, with the aftermath and everything, I can't say that I would ever condone violence towards any person or group, regardless of their views. And it was just unfortunate, horrible, and clearly it's kind of felt uneasy since like online. I mean, I don't know about you, but everything has kind of been filled with news of that and other horrible things. So
yeah,
which will kind of lead into the hot take that I have for the week.
You want to do it an hour later?
We could wait. We could wait for that. But I felt like it was important to just touch on it.
Did you talk about it with coworkers or anybody else besides me and our immediate friend group?
No, I didn't, mainly because I think unfortunately this is one of those moments that can get political very quickly. And even if you try to see it from
not even neutral perspective, but just an open perspective, right?
It can get tough. So I personally, I prefer to avoid that if possible. I do think that dialogue is important, but I do think that sometimes it's hard to have those moments with people. I choose to have conversations that are meaningful like that with people that I know that I can trust to have them.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering, I was trying to ask myself, like, do I talk about this in class at all? And because obviously, kids came in the next day on that Thursday and they were like, "Hey, what do you think?" or "What's going on?" And I kind of just was, I didn't want to talk about it to the whole class, but I just said, "Yeah, it was terrible. It's awful. I didn't see it." But I kind of left it at that. I really didn't want to bring it up in class in front of everybody, or with coworkers really either. I will say that it did affect. I think I told you this. It affected one or more of my coworkers, like to the extreme. In an extreme case, like they were emotional and upset, and I didn't know who he was until afterward. So it almost made me feel bad too. It was almost like I didn't really understand the gravity of everything until the next day. So I don't think I really was able to put myself in other people's shoes and what they were feeling until later. So I almost felt shitty about myself. Was almost like, did I not give it the attention that it needed? Like I didn't try and, you know, console anyone. I was just like, oh, like, all right, I guess this happened, and then kind of went about my day. And then obviously, you know, after it became what it was.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's unfortunate regardless. But I mean, I think whenever something like this happens, like there's always going to be people that are more tuned in or not, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like everyone's just trying to go about their day and their week and go to work and come home to their kids and their family and be at peace. So whenever stuff like this happens, it's like kind of, shakes up the community.
I will say, do you think that there were more positive discussions or negative discussions overall on the topic?
I think negative.
I'd agree.
I think so. I think it was a lot of emotions.
A lot of emotions. Do you think that there were some positive discussions though? No, not at all.
I mean, yeah, but not
for the majority.
Not in like a public setting. I'm sure people had positive discussions, like, you know, maybe on a one-on-one basis, but everything that I've seen online from,
maybe that's where I'm going with it. Like the online stuff was awful, right?
Has been pretty negative.
Yeah, both sides for sure.
Yeah, and again, like I don't think we should spend too much time touching on this. It was more just like, hey, this big event happened. Let's just address it so that we can continue to talk through everything else that we saw that went on this week. Yeah. And not pretend like this heavy moment didn't happen. But I also don't think that we need to have an opinion on this either.
Fair.
But yeah, anything else that you want to say about it before we move on?
Just that I think I told you what Simu Liu, the Shang-Chi actor, said. Like the online stuff, it's terrible and it's sparking outrage and everyone's really, you know, mad right now, right? But there's still a lot of good people that are having decent and productive conversations, like face to face, and that these good people are out there and it's not all just shit.
Yeah. And right. Actually, to add to that, my gut tells me that that's the majority of people.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, let's move along. Do you want to start off with the first topic?
Yeah, I got this. So moving from that news into some other terrible news involving school and education and the outlook of America's youth. U.S. high schoolers' reading and math scores dropped to the lowest they've ever been in the last 20 years.
I saw this.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the post.
It was a big story in a couple different, ways, I think, because as a teacher, I've been there now, in the vicinity of, education in some way for the last 10 years. It says nearly half of seniors' test scores now are basic in math when they graduate, and 1/3 can't hit the lowest reading standard. So these kids are graduating with high school diplomas, and they are essentially failing these exams they've taken their junior year. I don't think they take many as seniors besides the science test, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's kind of, scary that all these kids are leaving high school and they can't do basic stuff. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Or does it matter?
No, I think it does matter. I think it does matter. And I think that's the tough aspect of,
what do you do? And should I know because I'm a teacher?
I don't know, man. It's tough to say just because, it's what a crazy time to live in. You have all this technology. You have things like ChatGPT, AI, it can do everything for you. But I do feel like at its most basic level, it's so important for people to be able to problem solve and think, before. And then everything else is just an extension of that thought and is more of a tool than a replacement. So I do think it is scary, especially living in the age of social media and information that gets, shared that sometimes isn't true or.
Yeah. The English department at my school, we talked about this and we were like, okay, what are the next steps going forward to try and, make a dent and want or cause kids to read, just read. Can you read for fun or at least read something that's assigned for class or even independently on your own? And what we came up with, and we're going to see what works, is just on Wednesdays when we have those short days, it's like a 35, 40-minute class period. for, your non-honors or your non-AP classes that are a little bit more, rigorous, where it's going to have these 40-minute classes where you have to silently, independently read. And we're going to try it out. And the teacher, myself included, we're going to monitor and make sure the kids aren't on their phones or their devices, and they're just going to have to read something.
I think that's the answer, dude. I think not the independent reading. I think that's a good step forward, but I think it's phones, man.
But like, yeah, so that's, I guess the first step is like making them not, they can't have it out. They have to read. It could be a comic book. It could be anything. Just physically read something, grade level or not. And hopefully that.
I just feel like these kids need to put their phone in some sort of locker or bag before they go into the class, and don't touch it again until you leave the class. And I know people make the argument of like, well, what if there's an emergency? Long before phones existed, kids were just fine.
Yep.
And I just feel like that's what it is. It's attention span, man. Like we suffer from that as adults. I'm watching a TV show and I'm like checking my phone and I'm like, God damn it. Like, fuck, I'm. And a lot of times it feels like I don't even have control of it.
Yeah.
Just like it just kicks in.
So it's probably worse for kids, right?
I must be. I don't know. That's what I would think. But is that extreme to some? Probably. Will it happen? Maybe not. I don't know. But I feel like you got to let kids be bored to have the thought to find the thing that they might get interested in, whether it's art or reading or anything else. Like otherwise it's like, of course the phone that has access to all the internet is going to be the most interesting option.
Last thing I'll say on it is we went to the library today to check out Lord of the Flies for my sophomore, it's our first novel of the year. And the kids kind of gave me a look like, Mr. Warren, we're not going to read this. and even one kid who I love, I won't say his name, but he's like, Mr. Warren, I'm not reading this shit. And I was just like, God damn. Well, I'm going to read it to you in class a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to assign some homework with it. So we'll see how it goes. Great book. I think you read it.
I did read that one, actually.
And it's a banger. So I don't know.
Piggy. I remember
Piggy. Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
Ralph Simon. when we watched the movie, I actually rewound.
Do you remember
part
the music video I made
with Lord of the Flies?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dude.
About Piggy?
Miss Nars's class in high school.
Oh, I do.
I made. It was me. Who else was it? Oh, it was George. Me and George, dude.
Yeah.
And I remember Kale Troxel.
Up, right? Yeah.
Kale Troxel was in the video, and I forget who else. Yeah, we all dressed up. We pretty much like reenacted the entire Lord of the Flies plot.
See, that's
a hip hop
song.
Shit
you want at school right there. You probably got an A, right? You had to get an A.
Yes, for sure. She showed it to like all her classes.
Dude, that's money.
It was embarrassing.
That's the best part of it. Yeah, it has to be.
It was honestly pretty good.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Okay, we can move on.
Right. What you got, big dog?
OpenAI announced, or I don't know if it's an official announcement, but they're planning on developing its own jobs platform. So OpenAI is the company behind ChatGPT. So I'm just going to read this verbatim off the notes that I took down. So this jobs platform will have knowledgeable, experienced candidates at every level and opportunities for anyone looking to put their skills to use. And this is, in the hopes to combat or compete with LinkedIn.
Machines?
Machines. No. Yeah, that too. With LinkedIn, it promises to help find perfect matches between whatever companies need and what workers can offer. And it's an interesting move since LinkedIn is owned by OpenAI's day one financial backer, Microsoft. So this was interesting to me because the job market right now, from everything that I've seen online and even on LinkedIn, I see so many people's posts of like, I've applied to 100, 1,000 jobs and I'm not hearing back, no interviews. It's so hard and this and that. And I mean, I know that a lot of like HR departments for different companies have implemented applicant tracking systems, which are AI based, and they'll do like the whole keyword scan on a resume, for example. So it's like AI already exists, but I just think it's such an interesting observation that it's like you have HR doing these AI scans on resumes, but yet somehow people can't find the jobs. And then there's people now using ChatGPT to write their resumes. So in a way, this kind of connects back to the whole like school thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I have that down too.
Okay. But anyway, the main idea here is I genuinely hope that this is the solve for like, because I have this feeling that right now it's like it's just stagnant in terms of hiring people just because these computer communications are just not allowing people to get through and get picked.
It's not like
it's not clicking
where it should.
So hopefully, like, it gets better through something like this, but we'll see.
So do you think the HR AI systems are
Flawed
or figuring out that these resumes are AI written, and then they're saying no, don't hire them because it's AI?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I would have to ask someone that's like an HR expert.
Yeah, because you would want your applicants hopefully to write their own resumes and cover letters. But at the same time,
also at this point,
wouldn't you want them also to use AI to...
Exactly.
It's almost like what I have for, like you said, going back to the classroom. I tell the kids, like, you can use AI in certain ways to help you. Just don't copy it word for word.
Yes. I don't know. I think because this is still so early, it's kind of hard to figure out what the sweet spot is in terms of use, as opposed to just it doing the entirety of the work for you. Mm-hmm. But something just tells me that people and their applications or resumes are not getting through when, like, maybe there's a solid candidate there, right, that's missing the opportunity. So I hope that eventually this becomes an example of AI that's actually productive in helping people just, connect to
the gap is merged.
Yes.
Is that the right term? Or gap is bridged?
It works.
Gap is bridged.
But anyway, that's in my first topic. What else we got?
Speaking of gaps, Americans are having less sex than ever before. Is that a good transition?
What kind of gap are you thinking about?
I don't know. I'm just trying. I'm trying to work better on my transitions.
On a good night, I could think of 3.
Okay. 24% of age 18 to 29-year-olds said that they have not had sex in the past year. Twice as much as what it was back in 2010.
What's the age gap?
18 to 29-year-olds. Okay. 24% of them, a quarter of them, have said that they have not had sex in the past year. So that's kind of like prime time sex having age.
Sex drive.
Right? Yep. And a quarter of them haven't done it in a year.
It's kind of crazy.
That's a lot. That's a long time. Mm-hmm. Any thoughts?
Well, I'm 31. You're 30.
Yep. So we're not in
the range. But I don't know. My thought is that I feel like maybe the pandemic has something to do with it. Like getting used to being indoors and not socializing for so long. Dude, I still feel like people are still, to this day, getting used to socializing.
Being outside.
Yeah, being outside, like even walking up to the chick or the person at the bar, or
because the pandemic was probably like 2 solid years, right? When you think of everything.
I forget, dude. It's like a blur, but sure.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think it messed me up for a while. Still, maybe now.
I think it's that. I also just think it's the internet, man. I think that people just, and here's kind of like a slight hot take. I actually think that dating apps make dating harder.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's a hot take.
You don't think that's a hot take?
No, I agree with you.
Like, because what it's done is that all it is like a surface level validation. Like, oh, this person finds me attractive. Cool. But it's like I will never actually want to meet this person.
Or if you do
in real life,
and then it's not. Who's to say it's going to go great? It doesn't usually go great, right?
Yes, and then you meet them. Yep, and then there's like layers to like the experience for women, and then the experience for men. Like for men, being that it's like, oh, okay, got to meet this stranger, got to pay for another date, drive over there, not even sure if I'm going to like them, because you're skipping all of the organic connection that you would get meeting someone in person, and even having like a few second conversation. It's like, at least I know what you look like in real life, I feel like all of those things, and probably a lot more that we're not even discussing, has everything to do with this stat.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to lead to just less and less babies? And
probably,
right?
Yeah.
Any other negative effects of this besides just less people out mingling and swingling?
I don't know, man. I do feel like a lot of people spend time just staying home, which there's nothing wrong with being a homebody, but at some point, if you care about meeting someone and getting married or finding a partner,
you got to get out there.
You do have to get out there. Yeah. I was just having this conversation with Daniel maybe a few months ago, and I'm not going to disclose like who his friends were, but he was just sharing how he has these friends who are women and they want to meet men, and he's like, oh, well, how often do you go out? She's like, oh, well, I don't. It's like, how do you expect to meet people? Like, you gotta go to the place. Like,
Maybe that's why when we talked about people are dating at work more often or more open to it.
Yeah, because it's like you're already there, right? You don't have to go out of your way. Yeah, I don't know. That's my take on it.
Yeah. All right.
You got to get out there.
Well, go back to having more sex, everybody.
Yeah,
I guess if you want.
All right, I want. All right. The ugliest website on the internet makes $700 million a year. Still. Do you know what website this is?
I do.
What is it?
Craigslist.
It is Craigslist.
Have you ever used it?
I have.
I've never been on it.
I think a long time ago. You've never been on Craigslist?
Never used it once.
Okay. That is.
But it is an ugly site. I do know. I can see it in my mind. It's ugly.
Yeah.
But does it need to be pretty? No.
No. Okay. Who cares? Well, that's why I have it on here. Okay. So no design, no features, still stuck in 1998. It's Craigslist. It started in 1995 by Craig Newmark as an email list to share local events with friends. And then from there, his friends were like, oh, can I post something that I want to sell? Or can I do this and post this at this event or that? And then that's kind of how the website became what it was today, is today. So fast forward 30 years, making $700 million a year in revenue, zero marketing spend, 60 employees. And he being the founder, Craig Newmark, has turned down an $11 billion offer for the site, for the business.
Recently or a long time ago?
I don't know what the date was, but point being that he rejected it. He lives a quiet life as a philanthropist. And so the reason I wanted to talk or bring this up, it's interesting to me because obviously I work in marketing and like I design and like brand and aesthetic is like the core focus. But I feel like a lot of times, and this is just an example of a website, but a lot of times like the lesson here is utility will always matter more than aesthetic. Yeah. And I actually don't think
does what it should do, does what it needs to do. And it was a first, right?
Yeah, but I guess to your point of like, oh, it's ugly. I'm like, well, it works. Like, I think a lot of times people think of design as being pretty. Sometimes design doesn't have to be pretty.
Was it the first like buying and selling trading website? Was it before eBay?
Yeah, it was before eBay.
Oh, okay.
At least, actually, I don't know that for a fact, but when I was familiar with it before I was familiar with eBay.
And you can buy and sell anything on it, right? It's a transactional.
Yeah, it's super simple. Like you just to make a post. It's like a forum blog style, but old, type of
the format,
user
the layout.
Yeah, the layout.
Good for Craig.
Good for Craig.
I actually never understood why it was called Craigslist, and now I get it.
Yeah,
the founder's Craig.
Craig.
Good for Craig.
Good for Craig.
I'd love to meet him. Yeah, what up, Craig? Good job, dude.
High five. All right, what else you got?
Hey, Craig, you want to go play some pickleball? Speaking of pickleball, see?
You're trying to get better at these transitions. I see that.
Pickleball's growth. And this actually, I know I'm late to the party, but we played pickleball 2 weekends ago in Indio.
That was terrible.
And that shit was so fun. I get it.
It was a lot of fun.
I understand now why this sport, this activity, this hobby has just blown up, but it is declining in terms of last year to this year, right? So last year it was at a 45% increase in people playing. This year it's down to 14% increase, which I guess makes sense because you can't just keep growing forever, right? But it's still the fastest growing sport in America. Doctors actually say it's pretty much a drug, and the high that you get from playing pickleball is synonymous with taking drugs. And I get it. That's what I felt. That's what I felt when I was playing. People now, not just me.
You get what aspect? What do you have to compare it to?
I felt like I was high as a kite playing pickleball, okay? And I was just up here and I lost. I was terrible as well. But it was so fun. People are actually pushing through like major injuries because they don't want to stop playing. Older people.
Millennials.
Well, yes, because they're already getting up there in age. Well, and us. And well, older people too, right? And they're just like, oh, I tore my Achilles. Whatever. I'm not going to stop playing pickleball because
smack this ball anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to smack this ball. I'm going to, straddle my way over there, and I'm going to keep going.
I wish we knew like what the breakdown was of what age group plays the most. My guess is that it might be like the older millennial down to us.
I would say like 40s.
You think so?
50s. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, really? You think it's that old?
I actually think
the core crowd is 40 to 50s.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I definitely think so, because there are like pickleball leagues. Like my mother and father-in-law are in a pickleball league, I think. Yeah, and they love it.
The only thing I was going to say about it is that I just speaking for people our age, I feel like the hype around it was like this additional thing to go to or do, like the whole like, you know, third place conversation that we had. It's
that's what it is.
I feel like people just crave that so much.
And if it works for you, then keep doing it. Yeah. Get out there.
Even if you tear
your Achilles or tear your ACL, keep on going.
All right. Apple. I didn't watch the event where they were announcing their new products. Did you?
No.
Okay. I feel like Apple has not innovated or dropped anything that's made me feel like, oh, I need to upgrade.
Besides like the camera and stuff, whatever.
Nothing. I don't have like the actual numbers, but I know that their stock price dropped after the event. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
not ideal.
Do you think that? And this is, I mean, I didn't want to read through all the specifics of the products because again, I don't feel like it's like that.
It's not needed.
Eye opening or you know, there's no wow moment for me. But I guess and I'm really bringing this up because I just watched the Jobs movie with Ashton Kutcher.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Heard good things.
It's all right, but I feel like the spirit of innovation and just excitement ever since Steve Jobs passed, kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't. I remember when we were young, right? And like the iPod, this was coming out, and then or like it was like the first iPod, then the Nano came out, and then you had like the little clip one.
Mm-hmm.
There was just banger after banger in terms of like
the
innovation.
iPod Touch.
The iPod Touch.
That was like in high school for us. That was huge. Remember that?
Yeah.
Sophomore-ish year of high school, when you had an iPod Touch, you were the fucking shit. Like, damn, you don't have any buttons? Sick. that was awesome.
Yeah.
You could play games on your screen by tabbing it? What? It was crazy. Remember that, dude?
Yeah, actually, I do remember that. My cousin had one, and I was like,
yeah, some of the basketball kids had it, and I was like, oh my God, that's so sick.
Yeah, that's when they had like the little... oh my God, what's the name of that game with the little like
jump? Fruit Ninja?
No, not Fruit Ninja. It's like this little like character that jumps like platform to platform. I'm over here doing the hand motion.
I don't know, dude.
Okay, whatever.
Temple Run?
I don't know, dude. Apple just needs to innovate and do come out with a banger.
I actually am more interested in those little flip phones, the ones that fold now. Those are cool.
I think they're supposed to be making one of those too, but again, it just feels like they're behind on everything. Everything's just copy and paste of what you know, like a Samsung is doing. And I do not want to get a Samsung. The single smartest choice that Apple ever made was the blue bubble. I know. That is the only reason. I guarantee you that the majority of people, the reason you keep your iPhone is because of the blue bubble.
Could you name all your friends that have a Samsung? I could.
You used to be one of those.
Yeah,
I can't though.
I can't. And like you said, just kind of like, oh, you know, this person has a Droid or a Samsung. It's not like a bad thing, but yeah, I know because of the green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of like look down at people like that.
Yeah.
Even if their phone is like so much cooler than
yeah, even if they have like
I'm over here like they got the brand new Samsung. I got the iPhone 12.
They're like folding it, putting in their pocket like Game Boy SP.
And I'm still over here like,
oh, you're texting in green bubbles though, brother. What the? Come on now.
You're a green guy.
You're a greener?
Sorry. Hard R.
Oh, God. You're a greenie? Oh, God.
All right.
Did you watch the Emmys last night?
That's coming up later, dude. I see you're trying to switch up the topic.
That was a bad transition. Yeah. Once the hard R gets thrown out there, talk about anything else, please.
Okay. Oh, my God.
That's all I got for culture.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Fine. I got the last one. Okay. The last...
Did you watch the Emmys?
The last topic that I have on... culture and just recent things that have come up. Clips performing at the Vatican.
What
day was it when I was over at your house?
Saturday night after the Canelo fight.
Yeah, that's right.
You stayed up till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, because I wanted to watch it. I watched about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then at that point, I was just like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore.
I went to bed. I was like, dude, have fun.
Dude, I need to rewatch it again from the beginning. From what I remember, it was just so epic and so grand. Like,
why is this important? Production. I actually don't really understand. Because, why does this matter?
Well, I mean, I'm not Catholic, but like Vatican City is like the holy
The Holy City?
Yeah, that's the Holy City. It's like that's where the Pope, resides.
Okay. And
yeah,
have
it's
a
like the
hip-hop
most
artist
it's
perform
a
there.
huge deal. Yeah. And it's less about clips, right? They were just one of the performers.
Yeah.
They had an entire orchestra and a choir and a bunch of different singers came up. Pharrell actually performed too. Clips performed Birds Don't Sing, which is really cool. That's probably like the most appropriate song to play in a setting like that too. And then Pharrell, when he performed, he performed with the choir. So it was really cool to see. I have a feeling that because of Pharrell's ties to like the fashion world and everything, Louis Vuitton, this is kind of how it happened. Because I mean, Pharrell and Pusha T and Malice are
close
from Virginia. They're tied. Yeah. And then John Legend performed alongside Clips for the song. So it was really dope. Just wanted to call that out. We can move on though.
It did look cool.
You gotta just throw it onto the background and just
at least watch that song.
The last thing I'll say about it, what's really cool about productions like that is that, at least for me, with my background in music, it makes me feel like this immense happiness to see how talented humans are, and just like this feeling of awe and just like, damn, how cool is it that so many people can come together for this one goal of putting on this spectacle
in this spot,
in this place,
in this moment
for people. And it's just, it's beautiful. Yeah. All right, let's move on. TV, film, music, video games?
I guess so. Yeah. All right, cool. Emmys, did you watch them or no?
I did watch the Emmys because I
texted you.
You texted me and you said that you were watching it.
Yeah, so, throw them on there if you can.
Yeah, that's like later on in my notes, but let's run through it.
Yeah, so I'm not a big award show watcher. Like, I don't watch every single one. And our buddy Johnny, he actually, in the little shout outs thing today, he said, hey, are award shows even relevant anymore? Mm-hmm. And I think they are. I still think that it's a time or it's a moment where, creativity can be rewarded for or awarded for, doing something new, different, whether it be film, music, TV like last night. I think it's like a moment in time for culture. Do you think it's still relevant or no?
I think it's relevant still, but I don't think it's not relevant in the same way that it was when we were teenagers. Okay. And I think the reason for that is because of streaming platforms. Like, streaming platforms are now the norm for people. Mm-hmm. And like, what the Emmy stream on last night?
Paramount Plus.
Okay. Yep. How many people have Paramount Plus? Not as a standard, like compared to like a Netflix.
Well, it was probably on CBS, regular CBS, but like also TV. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have TV anymore.
Who has cable? Yeah, exactly.
Because they resort to just streaming.
Or you can just watch the highlights on your feed and YouTube after if you want to, right?
Right. So. Which is, I think, where a lot of people land. And in the past, like when we were growing up, TV was the standard. That's the norm. So you were exposed to it whether you wanted to or not. Now it's like you kind of have to search for it. So in that capacity, maybe not as relevant, but I think it's kind of hard to scroll social media without seeing the news of any award show, especially if there's like a highlight moment.
Do you think that they just have to come up with a gimmick almost to make people want to watch? Because you see what the gimmick was last night?
Yeah.
The money, right?
Yeah, the money thing.
For the Boys and Girls Club, right? Mm-hmm. So if your speech went over 45,
you would deduct money.
If it went under 45, they add money. That's cool. I think that's money. Literally and figuratively, right? For the Boys and Girls Club. So small changes or gimmicks like that would make me want to watch more. So I did turn it on and it was fun. Mm-hmm. I thought that it was, fast paced. It was cool to see, certain presenters come out there. The Law and Order people presented like the best drama to the pit at the end. I thought it was cool. Any other standouts for you?
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
He won his first ever Emmy award.
Studio.
And then, for the studio. And the studio itself, across the board,
won the most.
Won a record-breaking 13 Emmys.
Yeah. Deserved.
Yeah. Really good
we've
show.
Seen it.
We've talked about it many times on the pod.
Yeah. Season 2, excited for.
Mm-hmm. That's all I had for the Emmys, though.
Yeah, I mean, besides studio, I just want to say that like the Penguin won a lot, and I love the Penguin. You still got to watch that. Adolescence won a lot, and we've talked about that. And then Severance and The Pit. So good shit.
There's a lot of those that I haven't seen.
Yeah,
but
cool.
Need to get to it. All right. Well, on my side, things that I'm interested in. I saw Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay. Tell me your experience.
What I watched it on Friday? I think I saw it Friday.
Opening night? No. Thursday was opening night.
Yeah, Thursday night was technically opening night. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. So this is part 1 in a 3-movie series. And I think it's going to span like years. I will say that the animation for this, incredible.
Better than the Netflix?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes. I never thought that I would be like an anime watcher. And boy,
how long was it?
2.5 hours.
Oh, so really long.
It's long.
Holy shit.
Really good. I did have a few beers while I was watching it, so some of the moments got a little blurry for me.
But you didn't fall asleep like I would.
I didn't fall asleep, so I'll have to go back and I will watch it again. I might watch it again tomorrow.
Did they say when the next one comes out? Is it a long wait?
I'm pretty sure we talked about it on a past podcast. I don't remember off top, but I think the third movie's like, and I'm probably wrong with this, I don't think it comes out to something like 2029.
Okay.
Like, it's going to take a while, dude.
You've been trying to get me on to the show on Netflix, and we watched probably half of the first season, and it's good.
It's really good.
I enjoyed it. I just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
I should keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So what I was going to say about Demon Slayer and this movie, it broke Pokemon's 26-year-old record in its biggest US debut for an international film. Pokemon opened at 31 million back in 1999, whatever.
Right?
I think it was
2000.
Yeah. It was the first Pokemon movie.
Did you see that one?
I don't remember. Maybe I did as a kid. I don't remember.
I remember seeing that.
You
one
watched that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Demon Slayer opened with 70 million this past weekend, which is pretty big.
It's huge.
Huge. I would recommend that you get into the series and watch it. It was fucking good. Yeah.
Anything else you're watching or you watched this past week or playing or listening?
No, but I am planning on potentially this weekend watching Him.
Yep.
The horror movie
comes
produced
out
by Jordan Peele.
19th, right? This weekend? Yeah.
Comes out the 19th with Marlon Wayans.
Yeah. I saw like he shared his workouts that he's been doing to stay in shape because he's now pretty old, right? He's like in his 50s, but he looks good.
He looks good.
Yeah.
What else you got?
My life lately has been, when I'm not like working, just all Hollow Knight Silk Song.
I know, because you send me every clip.
Every single story about Hollow Knight. It's this new game that came out a couple weeks ago, $20. And I kind of just drank the Kool-Aid and I said, I'm going to try it out. And 2D platformer, and it's just taken over my life and I can't stop thinking about it. And I'm awful. You saw me play, I think, this weekend.
I did.
And
it looks hard.
It's really hard. But it's kind of like, it's one of those challenges where you just want to keep going and you don't want to suck because your manhood is tested or whatever. And
whoa,
what?
Manhood.
Personhood, whatever. And so last night before bed, it was like 10:30 and I was like, I need to go to bed, but I want to beat this last boss. And it took me probably 5 tries and I'm getting better, learning his moves. I have one head of life left. And if he hits me, I'm dead. And I beat him. And I got up and I threw the controller on the couch and walked around with my arms up like this. And then it was one of those bosses that comes back and psychs you out. And I was like, no fucking way. So I grabbed the controller and I got hit immediately. And I was just like, are you fucking serious, dude? He's got a second phase. And that's going to be my homework tonight.
Damn.
Dude, it pissed me off so bad. And I just told Tori, I was like, I got to go to bed now. I can't come back from that. I can't. But yeah, great game. Really fun. I'm not even like done with Act 1. So I got a long way to go. So
I will say that you've made me want to play it. I just, obviously we're moving. So I put the PlayStation away. So I just haven't had, if it was here, I would have already bought it, I would have already launched it. But anyway, can I transition
to what?
Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't watch the whole event. I got texted. I'm in this group chat with a bunch of gaming nerds. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, Nintendo Direct is on. It's like 6 a.m. over the weekend, or I forget what day it was. And they're basically just announcing all the new games.
New movies.
Big announcements, for Nintendo. So I just wrote down the ones I'm excited for. Metroid Prime 4, which launches December 4th. Mm-hmm. Final Fantasy 7.
That's a big one.
What, Metroid Prime? Yeah, I think that's like probably one of the most anticipated.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade. I don't know if this is the one that I have already, or if this is I think this is the one that I have already, but Nintendo Switch version.
Switch too, yeah.
Yes. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. They're doing remakes of the games for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, so more old games.
Yes, and the reason they're doing it is that they announced a new Super Mario movie, and it's
Called
the Mario Galaxy
movie.
Yep, and it's set to release in 2026.
Yeah.
And the reason for all this Mario stuff is that it's the 40-year anniversary of Mario.
That's cool.
Yep.
Did you play the Galaxy games? Did you watch the movie, the first one?
No, I did watch the first one.
Was it good?
It was good.
Okay.
It was actually pretty solid. Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he actually did. I mean, it didn't feel off.
Okay.
It was good. Resident Evil
9.
Requiem.
Requiem.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, or 9. I think they're
the graphics look pretty money.
Yeah, that's money, dude. I'm
for
all in.
Nintendo Switch too. I was like, damn, this looks like you're playing a game on the PS5.
Well, it's coming on PS5 too.
Yeah. Whatever.
So I'm excited for that one.
Pokemon Legends.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that one.
You don't even have a Switch too.
Whatever, dude.
When you get it, okay.
This one actually looked dope. Mario Tennis Fever. You never played any of the Mario like sports games?
I like Mario Golf.
On the GameCube?
No, on the Switch.
No, dude. No.
Not the best
trash.
one. Actually, yeah, you're right. It wasn't.
That one is trash.
It was not good.
The GameCube one was actually really good.
I heard good things.
And then this one is like, get this out of here. Like, what are you doing? Not even comparable.
It was really bad. You're right.
It was like, it's like, I don't want to come back to this game.
Yeah.
This one looks good. Mario Tennis Fever. So hopefully it is. And then there's have you ever played Animal Crossing?
No, but I know it is.
Okay. There's basically like a Pokemon Animal Crossing game called Pokemon Pokopia.
Pokemon Crossing.
It should have been, honestly. It was pretty much like a direct rip, but
that's gonna sell a bajillion.
Yes,
copies.
it is.
A
yes,
bajillion.
A bajillion
with a B.
Yes, it is. So the IP is too strong.
Yeah.
You got anything else for TV, film, video games?
With tech, Dylan sent me in Vegas. There are these new robot taxi shuttles.
Oh yes.
And they're called Robotaxi Zoox, Zoox, and they're free in Vegas right now. And they can take you from, the hotels or whatever, Resorts World is what I have down, above ground. I know there's also like a below ground shuttle right now over there that I heard works really well. But I saw the video of this thing and it's pretty damn cool. It's like this, long ass little shuttle bus where you have your own little compartment car and you can change like the music, the temperature.
You're facing each other, right? It's like up to 4 people.
Yeah. 4 people and you're facing each other and you just can go anywhere on the strip. And I thought that was pretty badass. But this also leads into, he's been telling me that people are discriminating and being racist isn't the right word, but like prejudiced against robots. Have you seen this?
What?
And the word that they're using to describe or discriminate against any type of robot or AI being is called clanker. Like
clanker?
Clanker. Like
Ratchet and Clank?
Yes. So like just interesting that people are like now having terms to, degrade robots. Like, oh, you freaking clanker. I wonder if you went into ChatGPT right now and said like, yo, you're a clanker.
Would it know?
Would they know what that meant?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try it later.
All right, let me know how that goes. They're gonna put you on a list, dude.
I know, because it's the hard R. Flankers.
Oh god. All right. Okay, we can move on to sports, I'm guessing.
Yep, you ready?
Good. Yep. Canelo versus Crawford.
Great fight.
Phenomenal fight.
Amazing.
I was engaged the whole time.
Yeah, 12 rounds of greatness.
And even though I bet you $20 on Canelo
and lost,
I was like, in a way, like while we were watching the fight, I was rooting for them both because it was just that good.
Because they're both, working their ass off, respecting each other. It wasn't like any bad blood.
Yeah,
both older fighters.
Very entertaining.
Right.
It was a really good fight.
And really, all I have down is that like I was glad that it went the distance. It was clear that Crawford won.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think I sent you $20 like
in the 11th or 12th round.
Yeah.
Before it was over. Unless Crawford got knocked out in that last round, like we knew who was winning.
Yeah.
I think even Canelo said afterward, he's like, yeah, like, my body can't do it like I used to. Right. He got $100 million for the fight, Canelo. And then I don't know how much Crawford got for winning, but I don't think it was that much. It was funny. My students today actually came in and they were like, oh, it's bullshit. Like Canelo should have won. Crawford was ducking in the whole time, like, backing up. And I was like, dude,
I don't think he was.
He was boxing.
Yeah. You're supposed to avoid the punches.
Yeah. And they're like, the whole point of boxing is to get knocked out. And I was like, no, the point is to win the boxing fight, the boxing match.
If anything, like Mayweather used to duck. That was his whole strategy.
Yeah, that was how he did it. And he was a great fighter.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what boxing is. So fun time. Glad we watched it. Netflix probably hit it out of the park.
Over 41 million global viewers tuned in, making it the most watched men's championship boxing match of this century.
Better than Tyson and Jake Paul.
For sure.
Yeah.
What was really cool, I don't know if you saw the clip where Crawford returns the belts to Canelo.
No, I didn't see that.
And Canelo's there with his wife and his kids.
Afterward, like when in the ring?
No. Like after the match. Like
okay.
He like took pictures with the belt, the belts, I should say, Crawford. Okay. And then he goes over and like returns them and shakes his hand. It was just cool. It was like a sign of respect,
Yeah.
All right. Fantasy, NFL fantasy.
Did you win? Did you win this week?
I did.
You beat who?
Big Rod.
Big Roddy.
Rodney.
Big body Roddy.
Shout out Rodney.
My dad. he had Joe Burrow, and I think Joe Burrow finished with 7 points, something like that.
Yeah.
He's out for 3 months, dude.
I know. Here,
with a
I have
ligament in his toe, turf toe.
I have something for your dad. Make sure you give this to him for me.
Oh, he put up an L. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out the L. I was like, why do we need to do this right now on the podcast? Goddamn right, I'm going to give him that. He's going to listen to this at school tomorrow.
He's probably going to be like, this fucker.
That is hilarious. Okay, but now that we've talked about you're now 1-1.
I already know what you're going to bring up.
You also made one of the dumbest fucking trades I've ever seen today. You made this trade.
You can't blame me. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. And also, I had already said okay, and I felt obligated to honor it.
You don't. You can go back when you verbally agree on a trade.
All right, Commissioner.
I am the commissioner.
Veto.
I'm not going to veto it because it's actually fair. You sent away Cam Scatabo from the Giants, their running back, who is clearly going to be the number one going forward, it looks like. And you got back Keon Coleman, the receiver from the Bills. So our buddy Marco, who is really good at fantasy, I think just fleeced you hard. And he did. Yeah, he's just.
If he wins, I need to
Yeah, but I'm not gonna veto it, dude. Like whatever. You said give you $10 if he wins. That's collusion. That's not allowed. Don't say that in my vicinity. Collusion.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was good week. I finally won in our league too, so I'm 1-1. I went 2-3 though overall in my 5 leagues total. Vincent asked to me and you, how many leagues is too many? Fantasy.
I think anything over 3.
How many leagues? So you would do 3 if you
max.
Okay. He's an 8.
That's crazy.
He's an 8.
How do you keep up? You probably have. You can't root for any player at that point.
No, you got to hope for the best and just set your lineups and just pray to the fantasy gods that you get 4 out of 8 wins or 5 out of 8 wins. I guess I'm in 5 right now, and that's too much. So I need to get out of at least 1. But anyway, besides that, football was great for me this weekend, besides fantasy, because Michigan rolled 63-3 over Central Michigan, I think it was. And then the Lions bounced back hard, baby. And they just took the Bears out back and spanked them hard. So, yeah, I was excited. Anything else from football?
I'm more engaged this year.
Yeah, you are.
Than any other previous year. My team is trash.
Yep.
And
well, and you just gave away one of your best players, so it's more trash. Dumbass.
Well, hey, you live and learn. You live and you learn.
You'll be fine. Besides that, college football, I don't think we need to really go into this week. I did see that the Ryder Cup is coming up very soon. You know the Ryder Cup, right?
Yep.
U.S. versus it's just non-U.S., right? Just Europe, right?
It's Europe.
And the Europe team is using VR headsets to prepare for noise and hecklers that are going to be at Bethpage Black because the Ryder Cup is in the U.S. this year. That's cool, I think. They're like trying to get ready for all the, F-bombs and other slurs they're going to get. So they're using VR headsets to mentally prep.
Oh my God.
Are they doing too much?
I think so.
Really?
I don't know. And this is just, look, I'm not saying that I enjoy people talking when I'm swinging, but at the same time, like, if any other sport can play and focus with thousands of people that are cheering and making noise. Like, why can't you as a golf pro?
Professional golfer? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's cool. I hope they lose.
Like baseball, for example, right? You're still swinging a
Bat,
stick or whatever. Like, do they need everyone to shut the fuck up and like stop cheering? No,
it's more so golf. When someone does
so many variables.
Speak, well, no, more so just when it's quiet and then someone does speak in your backswing. I think that's different than if it was just constant noise, right?
So then that should just be constant noise.
Well, yeah. If someone like were to say like, "Oh, fuck you," like in your backswing, I think that's a little different. The etiquette, the classic rules or whatever of golf. I don't know. I hope they lose, but I thought it was interesting. Maybe you're just like, whatever.
They're going.
Screw them. They're going down.
It's a lot of
Europeans.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move it on. We got hot takes. What you got for us?
Okay, so this is coming from this video that I came across on Instagram. I sent it to you.
Yep.
The name of the page is Newly Alexander. So Newly, period, Alexander altogether. I think the guy that's talking in the video is like an artist. Like I don't know if he's a painter,
an
or
actual
sculptor.
Painter, yeah, right.
And he's like he's talking about this viewpoint, observation on people. And this was like a flow of thought note. So I'll read it as I wrote it, and then hopefully it'll make sense, and then we can discuss. Everybody thinks they're a good person. Everyone thinks that they're doing the right thing. This applies to world leaders down to everyday people that you meet. This is why it's important to lead the examine life, which means looking inwardly. Creative types tend to do this because it requires looking inwardly to understand yourself more. Emotions, thoughts, ambitions, and failures, which in turn affects the art/creation. People that look inward tend to realize that they are imperfect and, in fact, not always good. We live in a time where those that look within doubt themselves and in turn do not offer their inwardness to the world because they realize their flaws and their shadow. A lot of times this can lead to insecurity or doubt. Many of those who do not lead and examine life or have self-awareness lead with passion and intensity and a lot of assumptions sometimes, assuming that they know the best way. This makes me think of social media influencers and people that drive attention. It's rarely people that are very deep. Usually people that for the most part tend to be very surface level. This is the duality of self-awareness. And again, this is based on this video that I came across on the page, Newly Alexander. I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was an interesting train of thought and reflection that I wish more people had the chance to explore. And I think this ties to, so for context, I saw it and what it immediately made me think of is, and I'm sure you've come across this too so many times, like it's like, whether it's like someone that's streaming or a social media influencer, there's always like someone in the comments that's like, why are we making stupid people famous? Or why are we making this type of person famous? I'm not, by the way, saying that these people are stupid, but I do think that there's definitely something to people that are very inward thinking. You are less likely to have the, for lack of a better way to put it, balls to put yourself out there because you realize how foolish you can come across, or how it's like, oh, well, I don't necessarily think I'm like perfect or the expert. So let me just like, I don't even want to dare. Cause like, maybe the judgment that'll come from that or whatever. And, it was so cool or interesting to see this because this is a thought that I've had in the past where sometimes I wish that people that spent more time in their head, even analyzing themselves or things were more outspoken. Because I think that it would benefit the world. Because I don't think that we live in a place or time that is built to benefit that, right? Yeah. And now with the internet and social media, it's about the loudest person, the most wild person, or the most maybe it's the whiniest, maybe it's the most flashy, the most extravagant, whatever, but it's like it's rarely ever like the most introspective because it just it's not built. The system's not built for that type of. So I don't know. I wanted to share this and then also see which your thoughts were. I think that it's interesting to live in a time where the internet and social media is kind of like how we all, I guess, experience culture. Whereas in the past, like, you know, like in short, what I'm trying to say is when you're in grade school, you learn about the philosophers and the this and the playwriters and this, that those types of people and the great artists. I wonder how well they would do in a modern society like today.
Yeah. I think self-awareness, like you said, is maybe one of the most important traits that you can have. And you are very self-aware.
As a person?
Yeah, as a person. Not the most important, but would you argue that you're self-aware as an individual?
I think so, but I think that it has taken a lot of work
to become.
I think there was a very long time where I wasn't as much.
Yeah. But you worked at it, and now it's there, right?
Yes.
And so you acknowledge and know that you're not great at everything or not perfect, right? But you're good at a lot of things and you're confident. So there's like that balance. And I think that, like, for me, I think I'm also self-aware, but just in a different way. Would you agree?
Okay. This is a thought that I've had even when I was younger is it's like, of course, everyone is going to think that they are right.
Or
good. Yeah. Because you're born into the world with no rules on what the best decision is for every decision that you make every single day. And people are not perfect. We make mistakes and so on and so forth. But a lot of times you'll come across people and we as people make the assumption that we know better. And if someone tells us that we don't or that we're wrong about something, it feels like a challenge to your existence. It's like, how dare you tell me that the way that I've chosen to live my life is the wrong way?
Yeah.
Like it's like the most ultimate offense, right? And I think that eventually, hopefully, people hit a point where it's like, okay, maybe I am wrong, and I would like to be open to figuring out what the other side looks like, or what, you know, because if anything, it'll help me sooner than later if I adjust now versus later and pretend like I know everything
when you don't. Yeah. Cool.
That was my hot take.
I like it.
Observation more like, but what's yours?
Mine's I'll be short and sweet. It's related to all this. It's just the idea that we need to do our own research ourselves before publicly commenting or having any type of discourse on like major important news stories or events. And I just, with everything that's thrown out, I've seen, and this, I'm guilty of this as well. I think that whenever we see something online, or if something is, you know, given to us in any way, said to us, shared with us, we have to do our own research before sharing it or saying it to other people. I just think that's important. And you do this more now, I think, than even I do. And you've probably like taught me like, hey, maybe you should go, you know, fact check this before we talk about it here or whatever. Right. I
mean, we've done it on this podcast, I think, at least twice, where we share something that like didn't actually happen.
Yeah. And that's not ideal at all. So I've been trying to do that more, and I just think more people need to do that and not just get so emotional and charged up and reactional when these things are shared before they actually go and look at the context and look at where it came from and look at maybe why it was said or what was said fully or what was done. And this is for everyone. This is not just to like one specific group of people.
I agree with you. And to tie it to even what I was saying is like, obviously no one's perfect, and you're not gonna take all the necessary steps all the time, right? Because there's scenarios or moments where you will look at a trusted source and you're just like, well, they must have done the research, right? So like and then you later find out that wasn't the case or whatever. I think what's even more important too than that is if you are wrong, being okay with being wrong. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Like
admit it. It's all right, dude. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. So it's a good one. All right, good take. What hurts this week?
Ooh, we haven't been doing that for a while.
We haven't done it in a while.
All right, you want to go first?
Yeah. Okay. So for me, damn, dude, I don't know. This I'll be quick because like I feel like all this is connected. But I just wrote down what hurts this week.
Transitions.
I'm a bit scared and worn out by the internet, social media. It just feels like things can become negative, and as a whole, I don't think that it's healthy for people's mental health. Just in general, like no matter what, obviously, like I'm clearly talking about like the Charlie Kirk stuff, but even like just if that wasn't going on. There's always like so much negativity. I mean, we talked about it so many times in past podcasts where like there will be like a new announcement for a TV show or something. And it's like, you go read the comments and it's just all these people just fucking hating on like these ideas. And it's just like,
relax.
What? Like, I think the internet is a net positive, but I don't know if I believe that social media is a net positive.
I'd agree. I'd say it's probably a net negative.
Yeah. And
overall.
And I think that it can weigh on your mental health. It makes me worried for Cairo and just like his upbringing.
Surrounded by it forever and ever.
And like, I don't know, man. I want to do the best job that I can to just instill confidence in him and not. It's kind of impossible, right? When like teenagers you seek the validation from the world and like belonging. So it's kind of impossible to avoid altogether. But I just hope that I do a good enough job with him where he can feel comfortable with who he is.
Do you ever, when you're with him, or which is obviously a lot, do you ever like try to not go on to your social medias when you're next to him or with him so he doesn't see you always on it?
Yes, but I am guilty of you being on my phone way more than I would like to when I'm around him. And I think that I think we mentioned it earlier when we were recording, like, you get to a point with the whole student thing and like how it would be a positive to have them put their phone away, before going to the class.
Yeah.
It's just like a drug. It literally is a drug. Yeah. The dopamine rush, right? Push notifications, probably like the most genius tech invention, worst thing for people in terms of their attention span and ability to stick to what.
And you have like all yours on.
Yeah, I know. We were just talking about that.
Yeah. Take them off.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that after this recording. But what's yours? What hurts this week?
This is a good one, actually. Not a good one, but it made me think on the way over here. I've been really nervous lately about everything, and it's nothing necessarily new, but I've realized about myself that I'm just a nervous dude, nervous individual. I guarantee you, my parents, my family would agree. My wife, guarantee you, she even says that I'm like, her nervous man. And this goes into every morning when I wake up and I'm going to school. I'm nervous. This goes into me driving over here to do this podcast. I get nervous because, it's something where, again, I'm, doing something that I'm not normally used to or putting myself out there in some way. I get nervous anytime I have to put on an event for golf or for school or community service that I was, involved in for a while. And I don't know if it's good. I think it shows that I care about what I'm involved in, right? I care.
You don't want to mess it up.
Don't want to mess it up. Do you want to do a good job? Want to obviously show that I give a shit about it. But I just kind of wish I wasn't so nervous all the goddamn time. Like, I get nervous still, like going out with my wife on dates.
Like, oh, what if she doesn't have fun?
Yeah. Or when people come over, when friends come over, it's like, oh shit, like I need to make sure everything goes perfect. And it could be my closest friends. And I just get nervous. And I don't want to say it's, crippling anxiety. It's not. It's just more so like every morning, on the way to school, I'm just like thinking like, fuck, dude, like, am I ready? Is this going to be a good day? Am I doing my job right? Am I doing the best for these kids? Am I a good teacher or do I deserve to be here? Why'd they hire me?
Yeah. You got to give yourself some more credit though. Look, to be fair, as you're talking this through, I've known you for more than half our lives. And I think I know where that comes from.
Say it. Tell me.
I think you put a lot of pressure on being likable and being
yeah, for sure.
And maybe likable is not the right word. On just being like, I think you are like this very genuine and just like dependable person. And I think that from the outside looking in, I don't know that that's where I imagine the pressure comes from. It's like, if this goes wrong, it breaks the pattern and I can't let people down. I don't know if that's it, but that's my take.
It sounds right. Like you want to keep that pattern going. You want to keep that's not a facade, but you want to keep that idea going that you are who you are.
Yeah. Well, it's also like reputation, right?
Reputation going. Yeah. So, all right. What feels good?
What feels good? Cairo finally got, thanks for sharing this, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I feel like we need to do more of just sharing like our internal thoughts and things that we go through. You know,
Yeah.
I think people don't do enough of that. What feels good this week? Cairo finally got into the after school program, which is big stress relief for me. Because the past few weeks at work, they have been so gracious and allowed me to, you know, leave early, go do what I got to do, pick up my son. But after a certain time, I do feel like it probably doesn't look the best, you know, optics wise. So he finally got in. So I'm just like, sigh of relief. Yeah, little dude is doing well.
He's already been going.
Today was his first day.
Oh, okay, nice. And it went well?
It went well. He was happy.
Nice.
He was playing. So
nice. That's probably a big relief off your back.
Yes.
Or stress off your back.
Yes.
Nice. Cool. Anything else? What feels good?
That's it.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. Turns 80 on Thursday.
The big 80.
Yep. Grandpa Warren, a.k.a. Roger Warren. We had his 80th birthday at my parents' house on Saturday for him. Small get-together, but really cool. He has been, obviously, you know, best grandpa to me and to Jason. And we don't really have too many cousins, but it was just nice to celebrate him.
That's cool.
Yeah, his money. He's a amazing dude. Fashion style and fashion sense out of this world. You've seen him. He wears the craziest stuff. Yeah, jewelry, hats, different colored outfits. He's got so many Crocs, dude. He's got freaking closet full of different Crocs and colors. He's got way more swag than I do. So yeah, just excited for him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And my grandma listens.
80 years is...
I hope my grandma listens to this and shares this with him. It'd be really cool.
Okay. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a long time. 80 years. So I could only hope.
Dude, if I get to 80, I will be very content.
Yes. Same.
Right?
Same.
What's your actual goal? Like, what's your minimum goal?
I would love to hit 100, you know?
Okay, but like, say you don't. Say, what's at least the minimum threshold you want to get to? Like,
to feel like, okay, I feel like I lived long enough.
Long enough, yeah.
Like 65 at least.
Oh, dude. That's young.
Maybe 70.
Okay.
70.
I was thinking 75.
Okay.
Give me to 75, and anything after that's bonus. Gravy on the potatoes.
Yeah. All right.
Potatoes of life.
I don't know if I've been the healthiest.
No, have we
20
both?
something. That's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday again, and more years and more health.
So 20 more.
Yep.
Shout out Smellbag. Anything you got?
I think we covered all the shout outs from what I remember.
Yeah.
But for those listening, please give us any more suggestions or things for the next episode. And then we could do our 5v5 draft this week. And it's kind of ironic in a way because Johnny's question, our award show's dead. Our 5v5 draft for this week is top 5 award show memorable moments in honor of the Emmys. But it's not just the Emmys, though. It's all across the board.
All the award shows.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll even give you first pick.
Oh my God.
Yep. That's how confident I am. Actually, I'm not confident.
Yeah, don't do this.
Ready.
Let's rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah, you got me.
Gotcha.
You got me.
That was the longest.
That was 4.
That was the longest
I think
moment.
we've gotten longer.
All right. Fuck. What's tough about this is that there's 2 moments that are the biggest, and it's like they're kind of even.
Yeah.
In terms of the wow factor.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Will Smith slap.
Okay. You know what I'm taking then.
I know you're taking Kanye interrupts Taylor.
Yep. So you take Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. I think that's the right choice.
2022 Oscars.
I think that's the right choice for number 1, right? Because like that's still bigger than T Swift and Kanye, right?
In recent history, I think recent memory.
So Jeffy gets,
and it also kind of like changed his career forever.
Yeah, I guess you could say the same about Kanye and T Swift, right? And change their careers, right? Maybe not as much. Okay. So
I mean, that bitch famous.
Great song. Great music video. When they're all naked on the bed. Remember that?
Yeah.
Great stuff. Kanye. Okay, I take that. Kanye and T Swift.
I don't think Taylor Swift is.
No, you don't.
Throwing it out there.
No, you don't.
Just reciting the lyrics here.
We don't. What? I actually didn't write down. When was the Kanye T Swift stuff? Did you write it down? 2009? Longer? Later?
I didn't put down the year.
Yeah, I didn't. What
VMAs?
VMAs. Okay. All right. Well, what's your next one?
It was for best female video.
And he was mad that Beyonce
because that was the single ladies video.
which
was a great video.
Taylor Swift should have won still, but
yeah. Okay, let's see, my number 2.
And remember, this is like, it's not
impact,
objective.
right?
Yeah, well, also for you, just the ones that you remember the most. So I'm going to have some nerdy ones on here later.
All right, I'm going to do the Miley Cyrus twerking and overly sexualized provocative routine during the Blurred Lines performance
at
the 2013 VMAs. Really?
What did she do?
She came out in this like, well, I'll have to play the video for you after this or something. You don't remember this?
No.
Okay.
I know Robin Thicke was the Blurred Lines guy.
It was that year. Yeah.
Were they like making out on stage?
No, he performed, but the entire time she was just doing like this weird like sexual dance all over the place, and she started twerking, but she was like in this outfit where, I mean, she's very like slim, and you know, even back then, and her ass cheeks are kind of hanging out, but they look all like flabby and like pink.
Okay, you have that one. You
can
have that one. That was not even on my my list, my roster of possible choices. I'm gonna take the La La Land announced instead of Moonlight at the 2017 Oscars when La La Land was announced as the Best Picture winner, and then they were like, "Oh shit, wait, wrong envelope," and then Moonlight won. And I choose this because I loved both movies, and I've seen La La Land at least 3 times. But Moonlight's a banger too.
I was gonna pick that one, but I didn't because I haven't seen either.
Okay, but yeah, that was like, how do you mess that up, right? You can't if you're in charge of that. So I took that one.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you who did mess up: Steve Harvey with the Miss Universe mix-up, which I forget which country they were from.
I don't know this either. What happened?
I don't know. I was hoping that you would have it down.
Oh, 2015 Miss Universe. I don't know exactly what happened.
I just remember he announced the wrong girl, basically. And it was a big thing. And then he like made a joke about it, I think at a later award show, like basically saying, "I got the right one this time," you know.
Steve Harvey.
That mustache.
Yeah. Family Feud. My next one, you didn't pick this one, dude? The Britney Spears, Madonna, Christina Aguilera kiss?
Yeah, that was a good one. That was
at
my next
the 2003 VMAs.
That was my next one.
This is us in 3rd grade, and I just remember thinking like, wait, what's happening? I was watching this with my mom and dad, I think live, and they started making out, and I think I just looked at them like, what's happening right now? And a lot
of people were upset
because of it was
the family aspect.
Yeah. It was awesome. I loved it. So I'll take that one.
I'm going to go Macklemore winning hip hop album of the year over Kendrick.
Nice. I would take that next.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Just the disappointment that it caused from a lot of people.
People were pissed.
Yeah.
And then he apologized.
Over Good Kid, Mad City, which I don't think he should have apologized.
He shouldn't apologize.
But.
And then he made an album after that reflecting on the apology, and it wasn't a great album because The Heist was good. Great album.
Good Kid, Mad City was a better album though.
Objectively, sure. But did we spin?
Objectively? Yeah, we did. It was a good album.
The Heist, we spun a lot.
A lot of bangers.
And we saw Macklemore in concert in San Diego at the House of Blues right after The Heist came out. Probably my favorite concert of all time.
Really?
Seriously, like it was such a small venue and we were so close, and he was on a meteoric rise.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was like literally Thrift Shop had dropped.
Yes.
Maybe like
a couple months before.
Not even. It was like 1 month at most.
Yeah.
And it's like you knew it was about to be like, and the entire year just played nonstop. And then
Can't Hold Us,
so
same thing.
Annoyed.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think Can't Hold Us had popped off. And
probably not.
He performed it at the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, this song's gonna be good, big.
Yes. You picked me up from my dorm room at San Diego State, and you and your mom, I think your mom dropped us off downtown San Diego. Amazing time. Anyway, good pick. I'll take. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'll take Leonardo DiCaprio finally winning an Oscar in 2016 after years of memes.
That didn't happen, dude. No, he didn't win.
What?
I'm just kidding.
ChatGPT, did you steer me wrong? After years,
I actually don't know.
No, he for sure won because it would still be a conversation topic. Yeah, so he finally won in 2016. I should know what he won for. Was it The Revenant?
Yeah, I think it was Revenant.
It was The Revenant, which is a banger.
I should have given it to the bear.
Wait, in The Revenant? Oh yeah, it was the wolves and the bear.
That was the running joke.
Oh shit. You can tell I didn't watch that one, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that.
That bear scene's pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. All right, you got one more, right?
Let's see it.
There's a lot on here still that you can choose from.
Okay, my last one. It's not even on here, but I'm going to say it. It's the Kanye "I'm running for president" rant.
Did you hear that? My chest. Sorry.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Wait, what did he do?
I forget what year it was, but it's not on here, and I remember it.
He did it at
There
an
was
award
a rant
show?
at an award show, yeah. And at the end, he's like
Kanye 2020,
talking for,
right?
Yes.
And
yes.
people took it serious.
You remember this? Okay.
Yeah. I just don't know where it was.
And he drops the mic.
Oh, yeah.
In 2020, I'm running for president.
Boom. Okay. That's good. Nice. My final one. Astrobot winning the Game of the Year award in 2024 last year.
God.
My favorite game on the PS5 of last year. Astrobot winning. Seriously, it was a big moment. Team Asobi deserved it. And it got a lot of hate because people were like, oh, it's Astrobot. How can that win Game of the Year? But dude, I've 100% of that game and it totally deserves it. So for me personally, watching that win, I was like, fuck yeah, Team Asobi, good job.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I have the Will Smith slap, Miley Cyrus twerking on Robin Thicke,
okay,
Blurred Lines performance, Macklemore winning Hip Hop Album of the Year over Kendrick, Steve Harvey's Mix Up, Miss Universe, and the Kanye "I'm running for president" rant.
Are you sure that was at an award show?
Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
sure. I'm like 80% sure. I could be wrong.
Okay, and I have Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift at the VMAs, right?
Yep.
And then I have Britney Spears making out with Madonna and Christina Aguilera at the VMAs. I have La La Land winning, and then just kidding, it's Moonlight at the Oscars in 2017. I have Leo finally winning his Oscar in 2016 after years of memes. And then I have Astrobot winning in 2024, the Game of the Year.
Nice.
All right.
Some other ones I had John Cena at the Oscars presenting the award nude.
Naked.
Diddy falling into a hole on stage at the BET Awards for the Bad Boy Records anniversary performance in 2015. Kanye doing like the joke gesture to go take the stage when Beck won at the 2015 Grammys. The Lady Gaga meat dress at the 2010 VMAs.
I do remember that one.
Beyonce winning country album.
That was last year or 2 years ago? Yeah. People were mad about that.
People were mad about that.
I wonder why.
That's all I got.
All right.
All right. Let's have a good week.
Yes, sir. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the real ones for hanging out to the very end.
Yeah. And
Appreciate you guys.
hopefully soon we will have, honestly, it might take a few episodes, but we'll have a different location where the background won't be as barren and the acoustics will be better.
Should we tell them about the interface too?
Oh, yeah. This is the first episode that we're recording on a new interface that we just bought.
Yep.
New mixer.
And that will lead to us finally being able to have guests.
Yep.
So
plan is to have guests soon.
That was the reason we couldn't do it for the first 24 episodes, 25 episodes.
Yeah, 25. So yeah, hopefully we can, maybe the next one or the one after.
Cool.
All right.
All right, please.
Let's have a good week.
See ya.
Bye.